Francis had my fucking back against the wall in chess yesterday, and he got a little cocky.
Oh, you play.
Yeah, but I was still...
Who won?
It would have been a...
Have you lost a match?
I would have
in
lost
this
that one.
office?
I would have crashed. I would have crushed him.
How would you... What do you mean you would have crushed
You
me?
lost, though.
No, we didn't lose. No, I had my back against the wall. He took my queen, and then he got cocky. I took his queen.
You took my queen, but then I took your rook.
I was this close to checkmating you.
You had... yeah, that's true. But you were
running low on supplies.
No, I wasn't. I had 2 rooks and a bishop.
Oh my God. You remember everything?
And you had 1 bishop.
Okay.
And I had a pawn and structure.
No, my pawn structure was way better.
Do you actually think you would have won that game?
Yours was hodgepodge at best, and my pod
2 rooks and a bishop.
I had
1 bishop.
I had control of the center, and I had straight lines to get all my pawns, every single one, to your side. I would have been decked with queens.
I think that you are totally underestimating the value of a rook. I don't know how. We'll play again. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll not lose. Have we begun?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're good with the clap. Oh, right now?
That's your reply to what I'm going to say. No, you're just going to say, like, no, that's a new untold story. Yeah. Okay. Hey, is that story old or told? Fuck no, baby! It's a new untold story. A new untold story. It's a fresh, big untold story. A new untold story.
Yeah, all right. New Untold Story episode. I forgot.
392, I believe.
Hell yeah. You know for a fact.
There's nothing on it. Yeah, do you know anything about 392 off the top?
Numerology.
Let's think. 392. No.
Okay.
Francis is here.
We're here with Francis, the concert pianist,
It's
the
nice to be here.
stand-up comic,
It's good to be
the
here.
double dog dad from Dumbo.
Whoa.
I did my due diligence. Don't do him dirty. Don't doubt him. Francis, hello.
Hi, guys.
I didn't want to step on any toes.
No, that's good. You don't know. You don't know when he's done. KB, yesterday I was sitting down and I went to give him a handshake and I sort of kind of gave a little gentle tug on his arm. And
I saw that.
It's all it took
to start a little.
You could almost see the cauliflower sprouting from his ears. The wrestler. It was as if when you get on the floor with a dog and
this is such a misconception. It's always people who want to start something with the wrestler, who want to touch up on the wrestler.
How gentle was the tug?
No, he like did a 2-on-1. Like he wanted.
What does 2-on-1 mean? He's only one man.
He was like starting off like an actual move in a match, and
what the heck? I don't know how to wrestle.
I know, but you guys always want to like start something, and then you want to mentally gauge like, is this guy too powerful and strong for me or not?
No, that's not it.
Every non-wrestler loves to do that.
I want to see you at work, and I want something to happen to me, but I don't want to be hurt.
I think we could create art. Like you're an all-American midfielder.
You would I said it to you yesterday. You would tie my body into a knot.
No, I would just pummel you.
Well, did you see what he did to Stephen Che?
Yeah. See, I don't like that. I don't like when it goes to...
Well, he wouldn't do it as hard because... Are you racist, Kyle?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Towards... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's racist.
Yeah, so you could say that KB was trying to open Steven's eyes to the realities of wrestling a real wrestler.
Yeah.
But then you... I don't know, getting him on the ground might be dangerous because like that's where those people... That's where they eat their dinners and stuff, right?
Yeah, dude, I got necked to holy hell for this move. This move in the art of combat sports is the equivalent of a stick figure doodle. This is called a mat return. It's worth 0 points. It's often just like a way to stall.
So this is an art.
Oh, it's still art. Everything, every fluid motion.
How is that worth 0 points?
Yeah, that should be.
That seems pretty
game over.
Fucking definitive.
That's the equivalent of catching the golden snitch in my head.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Look at him
To the
writhing.
layman,
Look
it
at him
was-
writhing.
Enough times passed to laugh.
Now I can, because yesterday we had an episode of The Bracket where we were debating like the most intimidating things of like what is a signal of toughness in a man. And all of those guys were saying like big hands over cauliflower ear.
Big hands? That's just kind of
Yeah.
lucky, right?
Like big, tough, rough hands. Like they didn't think cauliflower ear was too much.
But cauliflower ear only comes from being slammed
This is
over and over,
It's not
right?
like when I argue cauliflower, it's not like, oh, like I'm tougher than you, I'm better than you. It's like cauliflower ear is signs that you have technical training in combat.
No, it isn't. You could have
Yeah.
just gotten really walloped, right?
I guess, but that it implies that you do combat sports full time.
A lot of rugby players
And
have
that
it.
is but that is such an advantage in a fist fight. Like it just is, and that's not like, oh, I'm tougher than you. That means I've had extensive training. Like fighting isn't just who's tougher, who's more of a man. It's
Right.
an art itself. It's a technical skill.
He's right. I agree with all that.
I don't know, but rough hands. That means you're out working in the fields, big rough hands.
I know. I was high on hands myself. Yeah.
I have very soft hands.
I recall that the time in life before the heterosexual renaissance.
Mm.
When was that?
I would say that
Straight is coming back in
term,
a big way.
yeah, that term came into vogue. I don't know, probably like 2005 or something like that. And you'd never heard it before, and all of a sudden it was the rise of the well-coiffed man.
Metrosexual.
That's exactly what I
You
meant.
said heterosexual.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, yeah. Are you saying the rise of the metro or
Nick
hetero?
is right.
He's the rise of the metro.
Yeah.
That's when men would like pluck eyebrows and moisturize.
Metrosexual, and they would moisturize,
Yeah.
and it was, you know, of course, it spawned this response, which was, no, that's bullshit. You gotta have calloused hands,
Yeah.
and it was always the hands, and then all of a sudden, I would start shaking hands with men, and they would always mock me, like, "Wow, you got soft hands."
Yeah.
and then I would get so self-conscious that I didn't want to shake men's hands anymore. Or I would go home and start rubbing my hand on sandpaper.
It was, yeah,
right.
there was a hand era.
There was a hand era. There was this obsession with the sort of smoothness of your hand. And now at this point in my life, the idea of having rough, calloused hands, disgusting.
Oh, well, that would sound awful.
Do you guys put moisturizer on your hands before bed at night?
Yes, hands and face. I accidentally bought a moisturizer. It's from the brand Hemp's
No.
with a Z. Accidentally has glitter in it. I'm still wearing it. I have a shimmer at all times.
To think that at one point, not so long ago, the idea of admitting that you would wear moisturizer on your face at night for bed, some anti-aging cream, would have resulted in them saying, "Oh, you must get fucked in the ass,"
Uh-huh.
is crazy to me. I could not ever go without putting moisturizer on my face.
You
at
use
night.
anti-aging though?
Yeah, there's some retinol in there,
Okay.
which means I have to wear a sunscreen-based moisturizer in the morning because retinol can definitely make you very prone to
Yeah,
sun exposure.
That's right.
You do the sunscreen. Yeah. That's the AM is sunscreen pretty much.
That's right.
Right.
I'm the same way. I get into bed, I'm like a slippery eel now.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have Aquaphor all slathered on my lips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing peptides, collagen.
I accidentally jerked off with anti-aging cream when I was 11.
Did it? What were the
It
results?
stopped. It ceased.
Say no more.
It ceased.
You turn into a tadpole.
no!
Yeah. I fuck like a child.
I actually had a jerk. I had a jerk off incident. I almost pulled my hammy,
What?
and not in the way you think I would.
Don't know. I don't. Even,
Nah, I'm not
what?
thinking anything.
Not in the way you think I would.
Were you jerking off standing up?
No. So
That's depraved shit.
no. I was done.
I could see Rudy doing that, looking dead eyes in the
Have you
mirror.
ever? That's an emergency jerk. That's just getting it out. You're not
Yeah.
trying to have fun or relax.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. I had to get my semen analyzed recently, and you had to do it that way.
You had to stand.
Yeah, but I don't want to step on Rudy's story because Rudy was about to tell a story, so I'm second in line.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear that though. So what happened was, I got out of bed afterwards, and the lube I had used fell.
I've never bought just lube, like
The
strictly
bottle or
just
the
for penis.
cream? Yeah.
It was a glass bottle.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
It's,
You had lube was it for jerking off?
I just have lube in general. It's good to have
Why?
because you never know when you might. Friction is like the death of all things. It's
I
like,
prefer.
He's right.
Yeah.
Friction is the death.
The friction is the death of all things.
friction sucks.
Oft said.
But like, putting a condom on isn't sexy. Like having to do that. How do you like?
It's not often.
Do you make small talk as you're
No, it's
opening
not,
up the
it's,
bottle of
it's
lube?
not often. It's not often. You are correct. It is often.
But when did you? How do you even break that seal of just being like, hold on, let me get out lube?
You got to be sneaky. You, gotta do
You have to
Transitional,
sneakily
seamless,
apply lube.
you have to
seamless.
use sleight of hand like a magician.
Use that. Watch this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
But it
misdirection.
fell off my bed and broke.
Mm.
And then I was like, oh God, this is embarrassing because then for whatever reason, the lube in my head like didn't exist. And then now it was like a real thing where it's like it shattered. It, like, anyways, so it's all over and I like clean it up. And then the next day I was walking by it and I didn't clean it up well enough. And I almost slipped.
Oh, very slippery substance.
Yeah. And I like did like almost the whole splits. And I was, yeah. So I almost pulled my hammy.
Post jerk off. Yeah.
Post jerk off. Yeah. Not in the act of it.
Is it-
Yeah.
Mook, have you ever bought lube?
No.
Yeah, I think that's.
Also, getting lube in a glass bottle is probably the horniest thing you could ever do.
Was it real fancy lube? Was it some
Oh,
real
yeah.
good shit?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
Wait, this is,
The
is it
slickest
strictly
stuff.
for jacking off?
No.
For fucking.
Yeah, it's right. Whatever you need it for.
I love it whenever you get like a little nervous about a subject and you turn into like Porky Pig at the end of Looney Tunes. For fucking.
Last time that happened, we were talking about someone's boobs or something, and you're like, whoa. Oh, it was beer boobs on
yeah,
glass.
yes.
Beer boobs on glass.
Pressed
Beer blue. What?
Yeah,
Beer
so
boobs on
Rudy
glass.
was talking about how there was
Beer
this glass
boobs?
divider between these booths at a restaurant, and this girl flashed them and poured
Madison beer?
No,
No,
she
pressed titties. Remember
Pressed titties.
Breast tit. Okay.
against glass with
Vaguely.
beer poured on them.
Yeah, I love it whenever you get nervous. It's cute.
Her friend poured a beer on it, and it stunned us.
You saw a pressed wet titty?
Pour a beer on what?
Wait, so you had to jerk off standing up? Is that better for semen flow?
You get.
Semen flow. Never mind.
I had to.
Semen.
It's Pearl jamming.
That's it.
I had to get it tested for fertility stuff, and you go into the. I think I talked about this on Son of a Boy Dad a little bit, but you go into a clinic, and you go and they put you in a little room. It's very small, and there's a chair.
Do they try to make it at least sexy? Is there like incense or a record playing?
No, but there is a TV with a DVD player and 6 pornographic DVDs to choose from.
But like, what?
This is the current state of like sperm banks.
It's not a sperm bank. A fertility clinic. One where you would.
DVD player.
But like, is it medicinal?
very
Is it
retro.
medicinal porno? So like, is it like paid for by the doctors, or is this straight up?
I was pretty grossed out blending the world of health and kind of medicine and clinic and family planning stuff with
Owing.
previously utilized pornographic DVDs.
Yeah.
And so I didn't peruse. I did not browse.
But I'm curious, were they like the raunchy, like
I pulled up
very
my phone
poorly designed?
and watched
Yes.
a scene on my phone.
Yes.
I was not gonna
A scene.
You could see the thumbprints from eager past visitors, and you had to put on a pair of over-ear headphones.
Oh, I don't like that.
Think of the sweat to watch the film, I guess.
Yeah.
And the idea of like queuing up a DVD and like going through the menu on the DVD.
That's
title.
wild. Is it intentionally retro?
This is their way.
Also,
I
if it's a
didn't ask.
fertility clinic, you would assume like the man is there probably maybe with his wife.
Yeah, waiting
while
outside.
you jack off to porn.
There were about 5 men in the waiting room.
I don't like being around dudes that I know are about to jerk off.
No.
That is
that's
the
a-
weirdest part.
Yeah.
Devilish.
That there's
It's
this,
like a middle school sleepover.
this air of within 5 minutes, every single man here will be masturbating on command.
Yeah. And are they timid? Are they shy? Are they blushing?
No, they are keeping to themselves.
Yeah. I wouldn't want small talk.
One has a rather hangdog expression in that on one's face, waiting for their name to be called. And then you can be funny with it because the guy got up and I was like, good luck.
Hard man walking.
Yeah. And you feel as though, well, they call your name, you go, and then I had worn the wrong outfit. I wore stiff pants.
Oh, were they starchy?
They were raw denim.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You can't take a day off if you're trying to break in raw denim.
You can't, and lowering raw denim pants to your ankles
That doesn't work.
is akin to putting a Chinese finger trap around your legs.
I had raw denim in college, and you could take them off, and they would just stand on their own.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Disembodied pants.
Yeah.
So tried that, had my phone scene. But then there was this moment I had where I said, I'm not going to touch those DVDs and I'm not going to put the headphones on. There's one chair, and it's a reclining chair.
So,
but it's
was your
warm.
bare ass on the chair?
It bears it.
Oh.
You can hear the ghosts of men who have quite literally come before you.
Yeah.
Sort of howling.
Ooh,
come over, sit over here. It's
it
comfy.
leather?
It's leather.
It's like a siren song.
Oh, that's bad.
And there is one sheet of the medical tissue paper, but it's only on the base. It's not on the back. So if you were to sit back, you would be going skin to
And
skin.
what's the receptacle for you?
A tiny cup. And they give you the cup, and it has a label on it, and they tell you that they want you to deposit your sample into the cup. If any of the sample misses the cup, you have to note that and how much, and then you have to write the time at which the sample hits the cup, close the lid, and then ring a doorbell, and an orderly comes to collect it.
So are you putting the cup facing downward
where are
on
you
your
aim- are you
vertical
bending?
It's very
erection?
challenging.
Is it like
This
a
is the
Russian
awkward
military
part.
headgear?
You become, it's shameful.
With this,
So the cup is facing downward on your
You
hard
have
cock?
to put, you
Like a-
have
like a
to
blizzard?
point, you have to put some part of it over your penis and then kind of get it into it. It's not easy.
No.
we should design a better cup. I think that it should be like a cup with a bend,
Yeah.
with like a disposable pussy.
There should be a hole in a wall, a glory hole with some sort of padding that you can replace for each new visitor, and you fuck the wall or something
Why
like that.
can't you just do a conjugal visit like with your partner?
Because you can't. What's she gonna do? Just take your dick and put it in the cup to finish you?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Also, it said you can't use lube. And at first I had tried one of these home kits.
You bought a home kit.
They send it to you in the mail.
Okay.
And it specifies very clearly no lubricant, no saliva.
That would be funny if you go to 23andMe and instead of like your spit, you just confused, send it back.
Well, the problem with this one was that
This whole act, is this all of this because you want to breed to the best of your ability or because you want to breed at all?
It's to check
Sperm count and whatnot. And
if motility is low, and that you have to start doing other more sort of actionable things to make pregnancy happen. Because if you keep trying naturally, you're going to keep failing. Like if I had a very bad sperm count or whatever, then we might get quicker into the game of IVF, creating embryos, things like that, because we would keep failing without knowing it.
It boggles my mind how some people can just procreate on accident when you're going.
You know what those people are called?
Poor
teenagers.
Oh yeah.
They are really good. And I can't help but think, my God, if only I had met my wife when we were like 15,
Or
this process would be so much easier.
or if she was a teenager now.
Yes. I'm not defending them, but from a procreation standpoint. And it's not pedophiles. It's that next tier. There's a specific word.
Creeps.
For people that who like 15 to 17
That's
year olds.
pedophile.
That's pedophile, I think. 15.
No, because I think pedophile.
I'm not going
is
to
a
get. I'm
different
not going to
thing.
get in this argument.
We talk about pedophiles a lot. Will you look that up?
No, don't look at.
Look it up. The term. Do a Google image search of pedophile.
less bad pedophile.
No, it's like there's a specific word of the tier that's like 15 to 17.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is.
Like a diet.
No,
pedophile?
don't actually look up.
sure
I was trying to get you to find child pornography, and I would summon the feds
good.
on
good
you.
it's a good idea.
What'd you say?
Pedohebilia?
No. Oh.
Ugh. I don't like this.
Wait. Do I have to do everything myself?
Apparently, yeah. Even jerk off.
Attraction to 15 or 17-year-olds.
We're
Yes,
not
hebephilia. This is the one. This is exactly right. Yeah. Because this one's interesting because there are states in the United States where the age of consent is actually 16 or 17.
Which ones?
I used to have a song about this.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it all.
Okay.
18 is the age in Utah, Oregon, Arizona, Idaho, and Tennessee, Wisconsin, North Dakota.
Is that to Yankee Doodle?
Sure is.
It's the most American shit ever.
Wow.
Maryland and Massachusetts, Ohio, Alaska. If you're not sure of her age, then make sure that you ask her. Ohio, risk it all, Nevada. So I think it's like New Jersey's young. There's there's a lot of them. There's a lot that are 16, which is shocking.
He's
look.
Francis Ellis pedophile.
No.
Go to images.
By the way, the rundown cut Francis read.
Oh, you got results. You got first page.
No,
results.
I went on the rundown once after they were all mad at Ohio State for attacking Kelly or whatever, and I was trying to do a bit where I had done a criminal background check on him for $25. Of course, he's a teacher, so it's the most pointless venture one could do because clearly he's going to have a clean record. And that was the whole point, was to highlight that this man is spotless. But I did a joke where I was like, well, I didn't pay the extra $3 to run the sexual background check. So who knows what skeletons he may have in his closet. Actually, I don't even think I said that, but I was like, but I did see that he lives within a 50-mile radius of these known sex traffickers or sex people. And then I like named one or two of them. And I was like, one can't help but question the character of a man who would choose to live down the street from such.
Didn't people get mad at you for doxing the sex offenders?
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
They took it down because you doxed sex
But
offenders.
they're publicly
In a public
listed
registry.
people. And are we in the fucking business of protecting
Don't they get a
those guys?
sign in their front yard too?
Did you know that you can get tickets to a Major League Baseball game to see the Cubs hosting the Marlins, a little surf and turf action, for $4? That's the price of a king-size Charleston shoe. You can get that on Game Time. Cubs, Marlins, and a list of other sporting events and every other type of event you can imagine. On Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Stop worrying when you're going to buy your tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all of the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee means that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. It is the best place for last-minute tickets with up to 60% off your favorite event. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Cubs tickets now. I already bought one. I'm going to buy like 10 more. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code. Oh, you don't live in Chicago? Well, do your local team. It's probably going to be just as cheap. Use code UNTOLD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Isn't there a sign if you're a sex offender?
Like one of those like
It's funny that
homecoming
the
games.
two people that you put signs in your front yard, if there's home of a student athlete or if you're a pedophile.
Permian Panthers, number 11.
Right next to it.
My dad
designed
also
the same
stay away
way.
from my dad. Yeah.
Proud pedophile dad of a Greensville Cougar.
No, it's the same font. Yeah, it's the same font as like a Beware of the Dog.
Proud pedophile dad of a student athlete.
Sad pedophile son.
See if I think they have to put signs.
No, I
This pedophile dad has
trying
a
to be-
son on the honor roll.
I was trying to be funny when I did that, and
Yeah.
somehow the narrative came out that it was, oh my God, that can't be right.
It does look like the dog one where it's like, he might
Same. Yeah.
John Goodman.
Is that him proud
How
of
does
it?
he continue
Oh, no.
to get work?
That's a.
Guy's hosted SNL like 50 times.
Wait, that guy's selling a Catholic only property? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Didn't you? You tutored overprivileged kids in the
Yes.
outer city with too many fathers.
I did tutor kids. I liked it. And I was talking to Will Compton about this yesterday because I think he and Whitney were having this conversation. There's, this idea that exorbitant wealth necessarily leads to, corrupted youth. And I met so many wealthy families that had no problem keeping their kids
Are people
grounded and
arguing that-
ambitious and understanding
that
the value of a dollar.
Probably makes a lot of sense that they have a much higher percentage of good
Yeah.
kids than
Yeah. I think poor people love to say that, that all rich people, kids end up fucked up and they're still, it's like, okay,
People love when extremely wealthy people don't support their kids. Like Bill Gates, like, I'm not leaving him anything. And people
they
are
do love
applauding
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do love
Which is
that.
strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's not leaving them high and dry, is he?
No, I don't think Bill Gates' children are going to be texting him for fucking infusions anytime soon. That said, I'm sure that they attended the finest private schools and are probably quite successful in their own right.
No, they're not privileged at all. Not entitled to any inheritance. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, they'll be just fine, I'd imagine. Would Harvard allow them in on last name alone? Is that a strong enough last name?
I think it's one of those things where Bill Gates is probably given $250 million at some point to Harvard to build a computer science center.
Mm-hmm.
And that gift would say that any one of his kids would be able to get in at any time.
So yeah, a little bit of privilege.
Yeah, but it's also this thing where, like, again, those kids went to private schools and had SAT tutors and have the numbers, whether, to get in because they've been given the best chance.
Oh yeah, there's no denying that.
Tutoring, especially ACT and SAT tutoring, makes a significant difference.
It is the biggest academic doping thing, I think. That was the problem with me tutoring, was that
You were too good.
I was just unleveling the playing field for applicants.
But like, that's what tutoring is.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, so like the SAT,
those kids were practically cheating.
I tutored a lot of kids who didn't need tutoring.
Yeah, but like, you're thinking it's unfair. It's just like, yeah, these kids were like cheating on the test because I taught them so well they memorized it.
Let's put it this way. My services would have been better for the world had I been, tutoring inner city kids who don't even know that SAT prep books exist.
Okay.
And presenting them with the techniques. Like, that is a better way to, I don't know, grow the robust middle class in America, something like that.
Well, it gives like more parity for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I will say this, my standardized testing numbers, because I had a tutor, my balls were so juiced. And I had accommodations because I have a learning disability. I can't even explain to you how much higher my score was than if I had just been on my own.
Right.
It's crazy.
And it's tough because this is a great point, Rudy. Like, I met parents that, would find doctors to write to the college board that my child has a learning disability, which would give them time and a half or double time, when time is the hardest thing to deal with on those standardized tests. Anybody can do well on the reading comprehension if you're given enough time to actually peruse the whole dense passages. And these kids didn't need it. And it's almost like the equivalent of going to a doctor on the boardwalk in Santa Monica I have back pain. Write me a script for medical marijuana. Parents were getting that done for their children who didn't need it. A lot of the time, I was hired to ensure a 99th percentile result.
Have you ever had somebody that was just profoundly dumb though, that you just couldn't get through?
Yes, I had kids who were not smart. So you take your diagnostic and you get your baseline and you say, like, let's hope to improve, 10 points from that.
Do they tell you like what schools they want to get into, and then you?
Yeah, I had to temper expectations a little bit, but for the most part, parents were pretty realistic, I would say.
Okay.
They had an understanding. Again, these are like Upper East Side wealthy families in New York.
Yeah.
That are not as delusional or as like out of touch as one would typically.
Yeah,
assume.
I think you'd know if you have a dumb kid.
Yeah. And,
Did you ever get tutored or anything, Kyle?
No.
I didn't know that existed. I didn't know help existed.
dude, I got tutored for the SAT and just the math portion.
Yeah.
It was like $15 an hour in
Really?
Maine. And it was some old lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you doing this?
Did it help you?
Yeah. I needed it.
Studying helps, yeah.
Studying
My mom
helps.
would
Studying is
make
proven.
me
Yeah.
read like the books. Like I was prepared, well prepared.
I had to take the SAT. I took the SAT once, and like my writing and reading scores were fine. And then I had to, but my math, I could have used a little improvement. I got some tutoring on some techniques and all that. I don't know, 5-6 sessions, and then took it again and saw a huge improvement.
I think you needed a 15 on the ACT to get into WVU. Which is
It's low.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about how was Freakport?
I'm sorry?
Freakport.
Freakport?
How was Freakport?
You talking about
What was the
Freeport?
vibe in Freakport?
Is this a take on Freeport where I'm from?
Yeah.
They don't call it that?
Do they call it that?
I've never heard that.
You didn't have like a fun spin on. Did you ever call it Bethlehem where we're from?
Yeah, Bethlehem. Like I thought, Freakport. Like, don't you have like Bustin's Islands?
No, but we certainly, dude, I love how Kyle
Bustin
does
Island.
research. These are such esoteric places around where I live.
Yeah.
To get to Bustin, so few
What is
people
it?
lived on Bustin's
Bustin
Islands.
Islands. Freakport. The Bean.
When did you tell him that I might
was
be
there, like,
joining you on
Wolf's
Anus
Neck
today?
this morning?
Wolf's Neck's Woods.
Wolf Neck, yeah, Wolf's Neck.
Neck busting.
Woods. Bustin.
Wood. What the hell? You must be.
Who's your mayor?
I don't even know.
It's fucking Robert Kennedy. Robert T. Kennedy.
Wait. Did you know that to get out to Bustin's Island, you had to pass through a small? I don't know if it would be. It's not an isthmus.
It's tiny,
But it's a small island. And what was that island called? Do you know?
no.
Pound of Tea.
No way.
Pound of Tea Island.
Robert Kennedy is your mayor. I tried it. Yeah, he's got nothing much on him.
Yeah. Do you want to hear an interesting scandal that we had up in Maine?
Yeah.
Did it involve Palestinians? Did it involve the desert of Maine, one of the oldest natural curiosities? What is that? An expanse of what? What is the desert of Maine?
There is so much nostalgia welling from within me right now as he hits on these.
And that's what I go for with new guests.
I like that.
That's the ultimate goal.
Who did you have on? Not too. Did someone say that you sounded like Nardwar or something like that? Maybe that was a different podcast I was saying.
I would love to.
But that's very Nardwardian of you. What you're doing there. Is that his name?
Yeah.
The guy who
Nardwar.
talks
Yeah.
to rappers about things from their past.
That's
And
a high
the rappers
compliment.
freak out because like Nardwar just talks to their closest friends.
yeah.
He just like contacts their mom.
Yeah.
It's him and it's the Hot Ones guy who are so good at doing the research
Sean
for
Evans.
for guests. Here's a scandal. This is interesting. So Maine's a very interesting state politically.
You just passed us in whitest, I believe.
No,
we've had it.
No, I think we passed them.
Yeah, we've
Oh, no
had
way.
it. We've had it.
And then yeah.
Least diverse state.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not because we're racist so much as nobody wants to live there. No, people don't want to go up there.
Yeah.
There's not enough industry.
But there's so much of more of an appeal on the coast of Maine, rural Maine than
that's
West Virginia.
expensive
Okay.
for like first generation immigrants trying to integrate. There are not a lot of job opportunities.
Yeah.
there's just no industry. Like there's, the whole state shuts
Logging?
down for 6 months. It's logging for like 2/3 of the state. The infrastructure breaks down. You're driving on logging roads.
Did you ever play on one of those those flumes? The chutes?
We
that
did
kids
have
always fall under and die?
Oh.
Every movie, there's like a kid that gets underneath a log. Did you know a kid that got trapped?
No, I did not.
Maine is like a child death state.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We were also very hard hit by the opioid crisis, as was West Virginia.
Sure,
Where
yeah.
that's just turning into every place in the
No, but we were the original 2 states, and it was because, did you see Dope Sick?
What, the old one, the New York City one?
The one about, the genesis of the...
Do you have a prescription of...
Yeah, the deceit of the pharmaceutical company that,
Yeah.
said it was
I didn't
not
see it.
addictive. It's a good show. It's got the guy from the original Batman who was in...
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton is the star of it. It's very good.
Beetlejuice is the star of is that Michael Keaton?
It was.
Is Michael Keaton Beetlejuice?
But the story was that
Yeah.
Purdue Pharma sought states where there was a high likelihood of pain and workplace injury. And the biggest thing they found was the timber industry. So that was Maine and West Virginia.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, not, yeah.
And
It's like the most dangerous job.
they would go to the doctor's offices around those big sites that were treating a lot of guys that had back pain and shit from like mining, timber, stuff like that, and say, hey, we have this new miracle drug that is non-addictive, that treats pain. Here you go. And then that just spread like wildfire from there. But it was, I graduated high school in 2007, and I think I was right on the eve of it getting to high school.
Vicodin was
I didn't see it at all.
super, super, super accessible as a high school kid. You could buy it very cheaply.
You saw that?
Yeah.
And when did you graduate high school?
2010.
I had a script.
Really?
Yeah. And people were offering me money for it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
Well,
Yeah,
when you got your
sure.
wisdom teeth taken out, that you got Vicodin.
I had like something even less, like dental wise, and people were offering me money for my Vicodin.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and I'm pretty sure I got 30 Oxycontin pills.
Mine weren't like impacted or anything. They were just out. It was just like in a tooth pulled. And then I just got,
And I think I took 2 of them and then switched to Advil and dumped the rest down the drain. And from that day on, all the lobsters of Maine had heroin needles in their claws.
That's right. You got a lot of lobsters
Just
addicted
a bunch
to
of
heroin.
lazy lobsters
Wait, what was the scandal though?
drooling.
Plump them up.
The scandal. Oh yeah, we had. So Maine is a politically weird state. It splits its electoral votes in proportion to the popular vote. It's one of 2 states that does that. The other being,
Samoa.
I think it's Nevada.
Yeah.
Every other state, it's a zero-sum game.
Similar.
Whichever candidate receives more popular votes will get all of the electoral votes for that state. Now, we only have 4 electoral votes, so it's not that big of a deal. But Maine, being very liberal and democratic on the coast and in the south, which is where the dense population center is, gets 3 blue votes from that. But the entire north is people who like to snowmobile, hunt, and the loggers and things like that. And it is firmly red.
It might be the most politically the shift is steeper than anywhere else.
It is so polar opposite.
It's like what, Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they get
Michigan.
There's typically 1 vote that goes towards the Republican candidate. We, in my recent life, had a Tea Party Republican governor named Paul LePage, who was just an absolute character. We had, I think, 2 Democrat Congress people, and then we had an independent and a moderate Republican senator, Olympia Snowe and Angus King. And so it's all over the map, our representatives. In the re-election campaign for governor against Paul LePage, Democrat candidate was very weak, but an independent ran against him, a guy named Elliot Cutler. And you can look him up. This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
this dude was like seen as being like a much more interesting.
There's a mugshot. The
Wait
second
till
photo.
you hear this fucking story.
Dude, what a hairline. What is going on?
This dude was like Ivy League educated. He's very wealthy, had started a lot of businesses, such a contrast to the bumbling, grumbling, jowly Paul LePage Tea Party guy who was very overweight and just like would say stuff like Obama came to our state and he fucked us without using any lube. Like said stuff like that. Very almost
couldn't be me.
a pre-Trump
yeah.
mold.
Yeah.
And this guy was seen to be the foil to him. He's an independent. And sure enough, a couple years after his failed bid to win the governorship, the FBI raids his house and finds
Child porn.
troves of child pornography.
Why do you need so much?
Heaps.
It's always troves.
Yeah, why is it always such
Yeah.
a
Troves.
dude?
Yeah, it's never
Terabytes.
Yeah.
There's never been
Yeah.
a guy with one video.
No, they
No.
like their variety.
They're
They
yeah.
like their variety.
It is always trove.
Yeah.
It's more than you could ever imagine.
Like it's
And it is-
spilling
There's
out
no
of
way
their
they've
house.
seen it all. Right?
Just like other states' electoral votes, I would say that child pornography discovery is a zero-sum game. There's not a whole lot of a difference between a one picture and
Yeah, I guess-
and the
I guess that's
troves.
why.
If you have it, you're doing time.
But these guys are always like, they're like having to like jump on the suitcase to shut their collection. Like, hey, come sit on this.
they've got the best MacBook Pro. Like they've got separate hard drives.
Apple should like, if you go in and ask for like the most memory possible, because I've never been close to filling up a
No.
laptop.
Yeah,
No,
it's always like
exactly.
their files were spilling out of their drawers.
Yeah.
It was-
It's like that one guy trying to hold all the limes.
that way they're like similar to like Pokemon people.
Oh my god. Well, yeah.
you never
like-
just have one Pokemon.
no, that you have to get every single
you have
one.
to buy a binder
Yeah.
and a laminator.
But this was kind of a fucked up, sad scandal. It was bad.
Have you ever seen West Virginia's governor? He refuses to take off Crocs. And
What's
he's like
his name again?
Jim Justice.
Oh, he's fat as all hell.
He's the fat. He looks like the bad guy from Monsters Inc.
I like a fat
and
governor.
He takes his dog everywhere.
Oh, look at the size of this guy. I
He's the
love
biggest.
him.
Look at his height. Look
Yeah,
at-
there was the picture of him walking out next to that woman, right?
Yeah, he's the biggest
That's the
guy
famous
in the
one?
world.
Did you see the one where he was showing his dog's ass?
Yeah, the dog is very popular.
Factor. Okay. It is time to eat stress-free this spring because Factor has delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-crafted, it's dietitian approved, and it's ready to eat in just 2 minutes or less if you prefer a cooler meal. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also discover more than 60 add-ons every week. They have breakfast options. They have on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today and fuel up for your springtime goals. Are you looking for gourmet meals? Yeah, they have it. Try meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter, broccolini, asparagus, all of the best things. They're celebrating Earth Day all month long. Look out for the Earth Month Eats badge on the menu for their lowest carbon footprint meals. Head to factormeals.com/KB50 and use code KB50 to get 50% off. Oh, 50% off your box plus is it 20% off your next box. Wow. That's KB50 at factormeals.com/KB50.
You can eat Crocs.
I forget what his name.
You can eat Crocs.
Yeah, maybe that's why he likes them.
What do you mean you can eat Crocs?
They're edible.
No, they're not edible. They're probably just non-toxic.
Famously, in Shackleton's voyage, as they sought the North Pole, the ship got marred in the ice floes, and they had to eat their boots.
You're actually onto something.
Yeah,
Crocs
which
were,
boil their
Crocs
boots.
were initially designed to be fishing.
They were designed to be
shoes.
eaten.
And they are edible.
The
as
only
a last
shoe-
resort.
Think of eating
Eating
a frozen
Crocs.
leather
Look
boot.
up-
I'll take a Croc over that any day. The
6'8",
jaw workout.
360.
He's 6'8"?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
Wait, are Crocs
6'8",
edible?
368.
Do you have to boil them? Non-toxic.
All right, we didn't ask if they were nutritious.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just
Let's
edible.
not get all dietary on us.
No, you shouldn't eat your Crocs. No nutritional value.
Is it safe to boil Crocs?
You can.
Mold them like a mouth guard.
That would be nice.
And I'm always right about
All right,
these
step
things.
into it as quickly as you can. It will be hot.
Let's see. There's an entire baby size. I'm interested in eating an entire baby-sized Croc. Wait, only the crocite, not the plastic? Did they invent their own material? I'm
you
looking
guys-
to eat a baby-sized Croc.
Did you guys see the thing about the guy who ate the hockey puck?
No.
No.
Jonathan Quick. What is his name?
He
Quick?
was
That's the
like,
goalie.
he set a goal of eating a hockey puck, and he was going to nibble at it every day. And he tried for a lot of days and ate a good portion of it.
I love the way these guys phrase their Reddit questions.
It might
Go
be
on.
the Reddit. And,
Update. Would it mess me up if I ate a puck?
and he terrible diarrhea, and I've found a high correlation between pucks have terrible diarrhea and stomach pains. A small sliver a day for various periods of time until I was able to stand it anymore. 2 weeks.
Called it quits about a fortnight ago.
I have not noticed a statistically
picture.
significant increase in goaltending.
How much did he do?
Show that picture
Goalies are insane.
in the middle. Up. Edit. Here's a picture.
That's not that much progress.
No, it's
No, that's still a puck.
I think I could do that in a day.
That is like probably the hardest thing to eat.
It's tough.
A Croc would be tougher, I think.
What did the boys in the Reddit meth are the best?
Are they the best?
They're having fun.
They just
They're
talk about
like,
jerking off.
Here's my meth. Like they're having a blast. Everyone's like, hell yeah,
A nice meth.
hell yeah. Like
Good
there's a
fucking
lot of
meth.
active users, probably like 200,000, like just championing, like just celebrating meth.
Is our meth down?
What's the subreddit?
R/meth?
It's meth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, OJ died.
OJ died.
Yeah. Anything on that?
It's just a reminder, man.
It's true.
What
It
do
is a
you-
reminder.
Go on.
Live life to any day could be your last.
So live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in the sweetest peace.
I can't recall a person who has died where immediately the nation turned to jokes.
Well,
Yeah.
There's no one in his position.
Where it was not only completely acceptable to make jokes, but that was everyone's first instinct.
Just immediately start making jokes.
Him and the Queen.
The Queen,
Queen.
was close.
really?
Yeah.
People were dunking on the Queen.
Here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not over
Also,
there,
people-
right?
I don't know if they liked her over
There
there.
were definitely, she
They
had more
did.
stands.
They revered the Queen over there.
Dude, not if you're from Liverpool. What the fuck?
Maybe not, you're right. But I think that by and large, the British populace has a reverence for the Queen.
It's one of their wackest qualities.
I mean, I went over there to do a video with Tommy thinking people would be like super patriotic and they didn't give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
think I'm pretty sure like it's pretty like they don't care.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I watched The Crown, and I hold her in the highest regard.
Queen
they're,
Elizabeth.
they're just figureheads. They don't have any power.
Yes, but she reigned for so many years and was so devoted to it.
What
they
you
do
mean
have
reign? What
some
do you mean
power.
reign for so many years? She doesn't have to go through an election.
Yeah, she has to live.
She just has to live.
Reigning for so many years just means she was old. She just had to live and
I
be
think
born.
I think it's if you guys watched The Crown, if you were to watch The Crown, which you should, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. You would see that she dealt with her fair share of difficult moments.
All right.
Okay.
It's not all tea and crumpets. It's not all pageantry, and she had marital scandals.
She had to set up the murder of her daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
That was a tough moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure logistically very
she
tough.
is portrayed very well in that show, by the way.
Die?
Yeah. The actress that they found is so eerily similar to her.
Princess Di. Apt name.
Yes.
I love thinking of apt names.
Apt names are good. Princess
Usain
Di is a good
Bolt,
one.
Chris Moneymaker, Prince Fielder,
Least apt name,
um,
Magic Johnson.
Doug Funny wasn't funny. Oh yeah,
But in a weird way, like
Gay Pat.
kind of.
Gay Pat is apt. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah.
lucky his last name was Scissorhands.
Yeah.
True. True.
What luck.
But didn't he have fucking Scissorhands?
Well, yeah, but like later on. So like he probably got made fun of
Yeah.
a ton in like middle school.
Armand Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Army Hammer came first. Arm & Hammer came first.
Yeah.
Arm & Hammer.
Then
came
he was
first.
like, fuck this. I might as well just buy it.
no.
Some shit like that.
That cannot be.
Some shit like that. I think Armand Hammer
Oh,
was like, Arm & Hammer, I'm just going to buy it. Like this shit's weird. Like these this name shit. Like this is my identity, my name. I don't want like shit to
Wait,
get
yeah,
misconstrued. I'm going to buy this.
Wait, yeah, dude. Was he just like, wait, this makes perfect sense? Yeah, what came first?
I think the baking soda came first. Then Armand.
Do you think he was walking down the
Not
street?
Armand.
Armand.
But still Armand Hammer was
Go to
like,
his
I'm going to
Wikipedia.
buy my name. I'm going to buy that.
Yeah, I bet you he's in the grocery store and he's like, no fucking way.
Yeah, he probably is annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's this not mine?
People are going to think this is me or the inverse.
Mm-hmm.
He's had quite the career.
My God. Yeah, this is probably the most appropriate name for the owner of Arm & Hammer. What else is there? I'm trying to think of like.
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one there.
He made off with a shit ton of cash and he got burned.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson.
Mm-mm.
No, but I've owed to Jay Simpson her breasts. Who else? There's got to be more. Anthony Weiner, we talked about.
Yeah, apt.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah.
Meteorologist Sarah Blizzard.
Is she popular? How do you?
Not too popular.
Is she popular for a meteorologist?
Eh.
Or just a middling meteorologist?
She's pretty good. Nick was just in Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
was fun.
Yeah. He did the Florence Rome thing.
yeah. It was fun.
That is fun.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
He
nice.
said, well, you said something that I don't know if I believe. You don't get, so the gluten there, or
Didn't get sick.
it's fine.
I still didn't do like just
Is it
like
because
straight
it's
up bread.
not gluten?
The way they process flour is way different.
But you said the wine doesn't give you
Didn't get hungover.
hangovers?
Didn't get hungover. I had like 20 glasses a day.
Really?
Didn't get hungover.
Because of?
I don't know. I think it was the
Because you were happy?
probably adrenaline and happy and
you woke up
sleeping exhausted
excited,
and walking
yeah.
10 miles a day.
Yeah, when I was on spring break, I didn't get hungover, but I probably was.
Yeah, fuck. Maybe I was. Yeah, it was a good
Where's your-
time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not much to say.
Where's your neck piece?
Mm-hmm.
My kerchief, my neck scarf. I bought it from the gayest Frenchman of all time, which imagine that. You usually don't have to say gay when you say Frenchman. I have to for this gay. And he did not want to serve me at all, like in his shop. Because I bought it like a neck scarf with like a jade piece right here in the center.
Was it like an ascot?
Yeah, it was like a kerchief, neck scarf. It was really cool. I got some new ones too, some silk. I gave you one.
Thanks for the silk. Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just there's nothing to talk about.
Nothing to tell you.
No, good food.
Didn't change you like irreversibly.
No. My bathroom in one of the hotels was just a clear cube in the center of the room, and I did not like that.
That's weird.
Yeah. I didn't like that at all.
It was a clear.
It was like
toilet?
a clear glass cube with
So you could
4 walls
see
in the
your
middle of the
shit
room.
Leaving.
Toilet, shower, bathtub.
Oh, I see.
Like very strange.
What do you think of the Coliseum?
No, that's me eating that's a steak in Florence.
Oh, there's the neck scarf.
Yeah, that's right. And look at that steak.
That is a good scarf.
You ever wear neck shit?
I I have worn a sort of balaclava.
Yeah, sure. That's a face covering, is it not?
I get that one confused. Isn't it rather encompassing?
That's a balaclava.
To ski. Yeah, I've worn.
I feel like we could Photoshop you in a photo of the band Vampire Weekend and be like, which one of these guys isn't in the band?
I don't know what they look
They're
like.
very north. They're Massachusetts.
Oh,
Well, yeah, their vibe is similar to yours.
but they're all dark haired.
Oh, this is the weakest necks.
It's true.
Look at those.
Yeah, don't look at
necks.
the guy
Look
in the
at
back
those
right.
necks.
Second from the right looks like he's barely keeping that head up.
Oh.
One time, Kyle, I bought a hemp necklace at the Yarmouth Clam Festival.
Oh, nice. Why were you just telling Kyle that?
Well, I thought he might know it.
Yeah, the Yarmouth Clam.
My
Festival.
senior pictures is me wearing a hemp necklace
Yeah.
with a Sublime shirt
Yeah. That
and
was
a hemp
the time.
bracelet as well.
Often when I would return home from a family vacation at spring break, we would go to, one time we went to the Cayman Islands. And I bought a cocoa shell necklace. And I wore that home.
I bought mine. We would vacation at Lake Erie, where I would get my shell necklace.
That was an exorbitant vacation. I won't deny it. Typically, we went to Florida.
Okay.
I went to Lake Erie.
Erie had a fantastic water park indoor.
I went to the lake and
A
like
water
boogie
park
boarded
next
in
to
the
a
lake. What was that?
I had nothing else to say. I think it's a good vacation destination.
Have you ever had the steak in Florence? They say it's the protagonist of Florentine cuisine.
Bistecca?
Yeah,
Is that how
that's that steak.
is
Yeah,
it? I think I have.
you'd
I've been
remember.
there a few times when I was in college because I had two friends who were studying abroad there, and I was in France, and I would go take the train down to see
I was
them.
just hoping you never did.
Why?
Sounds like you did a 3+ times.
I've probably had more steak in Florence than you have.
Yep, that's why I regret asking.
The pizza was the good stuff in Florence. Did you have much pizza?
Not much pizza at all.
Oh, because of the gluten.
I didn't want to risk it too much,
Right.
but yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
I had a good time there. I look like a fucking doofus.
No. That is a good shirt and a good neck piece.
Thanks, man.
You look like the extra in an Indiana Jones movie who's like the archaeologist.
I appreciate that. That's what I wanted to look like.
You look like Humphrey Bogart.
I got anxious on the plane there. Do you know what Humphrey Bogart looks
It
like?
sounds like that name is somebody.
Yeah, one of the most famous actors of all time.
Oh, so that was I thought that was supposed to be a diss.
No, he's renowned as fuck.
Yeah. Casablanca.
Yeah, okay.
When
I
I
think
get
you look like a long-haired version of the guy that Kevin Spacey violated.
oh, thanks, man.
From Rent, that guy. He was in Road Trip as well. What was that guy's name?
Was it Joan
Anthony
Benoit
Rapp?
Samuelson?
That might be the one. Anthony Rapp.
Who's Joan Benoit Samuelson, Kyle?
This guy.
Oh man,
Long-haired version of him.
yeah. Holy shit!
You kind of do.
Spacey would have had his way with me.
At least in the picture, he's much more. That's like a headshot. Yeah, the one of Nick.
Did he play a straight guy in Rent? Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Too bad.
Who was the other guy, Kyle? You know?
How does that baby look like both of them? How did they do? Wait a minute. Did they have that child naturally?
You know what's interesting? This is really cool about some gay couples. I know some couples that will take the sperm from one of them and then the egg from a sister of the other,
Oh,
and
so
then
they
create an
can.
ovary and use a surrogate, and therefore you have genes from both parents.
wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool way to do it.
Dude,
could
imagine
have-
being God and seeing that. Just being like, what the
Yeah, what the
fuck?
God
dude?
damn it.
You guys are remixing these.
I had this
things.
shit. I made this stuff so easy.
What a
All the teens are
loophole.
doing this on accident.
You guys are like,
So-
you guys are sampling
so
babies like
easy.
you're on a Kanye beat. It's fucking crazy.
What a comedic and like modern version of a very like traditional objection to gay families. God says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
I've never mind at all. No, cool. Yeah, I do resemble that gay guy. I got so anxious on the flight there. That's why I have no beard. I plucked the entire half of my beard out on the plane without knowing.
Jesus.
I'm a compulsive hair plucker, and
Oh man.
I couldn't even shave when I landed, so I just had a fucking patch.
From
Yeah.
pulling? But is
Yeah.
there turbulence?
No, not really. It was just cramped up, long. I didn't get, didn't get good seats.
Damn, that's depressing. What'd you think of the Coliseum?
Sick. So cool. I didn't do any tours though.
You
I just walked around
the outside.
Yeah. I didn't do a tour of anything.
Yeah, I would never want to.
I was looking at like the ticket website. Like every tour was like 4.5 hours.
I want to see it. Yeah.
I just want to see it and I'll learn about it after.
I don't want to immerse myself in foreign cultures.
Yeah. Oh wait, you got an Oculus.
I'll be the one who says it. Exposing yourself to very different cultures, customs, ways of life is uncomfortable.
Italy isn't that crazy though.
So I'll stay put.
But you have an Oculus now.
I know. So it's the same. It's
Have
the
you watched
same.
porn on it yet?
No.
Boy, that was the most guilty note
I
ever.
watched an Alice in Wonderland at Red Rocks and kept turning around, scooting on my ass in 360 mode to see like the different crowd members.
Yeah. Was it fun?
Yeah.
Why were you
Yeah.
sitting?
On my bed.
Why were you sitting?
It's really cool. Like it feels like the technology isn't quite there yet.
Oh, the technology's there. It's amazing.
I'm
Have you
saying
ever had
it
put a
could
VR
be.
headset? It's amazing.
It's amazing. It was like I haven't felt this way since maybe like the PlayStation 2 came out
Mhm.
with tech. I guess it's been existed for 4 years,
Longer
maybe
than that,
10
yeah.
years, but I was wowed by it. I've never experienced it. I was just at the Pulpit Rock. I was just at Horseshoe Bend, just there. No difference, crystal clear. There is no difference between me standing at the actual attraction and me watching on VR.
So when you get older and you go into a retirement home, would you be fine if they just put you in a tube?
I'm now
drugged
so
you?
I'm now so excited for the future because when VR technology advances, I feel like it's just going to mimic real life.
Yeah, I've already kind of.
It's close. I want concerts to be more.
Are you going to break down and watch porn on it, you think?
No.
Yeah. I agree. Like, there's too much tech.
Too much.
You already have, haven't you?
Won't do that. No.
I genuinely think that would be the first thing I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that the most?
I think I would look at it, but I wouldn't jerk off.
It is. You can't free yourself of the notion that you're wearing a ridiculous headpiece and holding like the controllers.
Oh, there are controllers?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't messed around with one of these. I've never put the Oculus on.
You have it.
It's insane.
It's pretty dope.
I was like so surprised that it hasn't been lauded as more of a.
What do they
Big deal.
cost?
It's $500.
That's what I paid.
Not as much as I would have thought somehow.
With the Apple Vision one, the new one is like $2,000.
Is it? Whoa.
Huh.
But that's the new
Yeah.
one. That's the new shit that just dropped.
Mm.
Did you catch yourself like wanting to like engage in conversation with people and then
No.
remembering?
Wait, what? What?
Did you like catch yourself like, oh, I'm really here. I'm gonna say like, are you having a good night? And then you realize that you're like in a VR.
Yeah, I wasn't that lost in the moment. I got to get high enough. You're off the weed, Francis.
Yep. Except I
3.5
smoked
months.
last night.
Yeah, you got caught on camera.
Oh, so were you lying to me?
No.
You broke last night?
Yeah.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Have you broken?
No. I mean, I haven't broken. I've been smoking every day.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No. And I will not forget to do it again tonight and tomorrow. And
Do you look forward to it?
I look so much forward to it.
I need to start.
I've just been like working out harder to justify like, oh, like this is reward based.
Mm.
The harder I work out, the more I get to smoke.
Any scares? Have you smoked too much?
No,
Okay.
I'm past that stage. Now it's just nice.
Can you smoke and go
pleasant.
out yet?
No,
Okay.
well, that sucks.
What do you like to smoke?
It is making
Joints or
joints.
yeah, joints
Blunt.
are the
What?
best.
Actually,
I don't
what
know
is
the difference. Never
Joints,
have known.
blunts?
Never have known.
Once is in a cigar wrap that has nicotine in it.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Tobacco.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
what a blunt is.
I
yeah.
thought they were interchangeable.
the
I
paper.
I grind
has-
up the flour and put it in a paper cone.
That's a joint.
That's a joint.
Joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grind it up yourself?
With a grind,
do you like the
grind.
ritual of it, or why
It's
don't you buy? I would just buy pre-rolls, I think.
I would, but my ID expired. I can't get into a dispensary.
So where are you getting weed?
I still have residuals from when
They dropped everything off.
Yeah, but I need to get that. I need weed for Hawaii.
There's
when do you go to
there's
Hawaii?
good weed out there.
Couple weeks.
No way.
You can get really good weed out there.
With that expired ID.
You'll find it. Are you going to a resort or like a hotel?
Yeah.
Talk to the bellhop. Give him $20. He'll have a week
It's
out
like,
for you.
that's what it's like?
Yeah.
Don't get me in a weird
It's
spot.
all grown outside with that rich soil that they have, the
Maui
volcanic.
But I don't want to ask
So-
the bellhop.
Dude, it's
And
not
then he's
weird.
been like, what?
They'll be like, we do this for every single person.
Oh, then I'm more excited now.
It's like going to Jamaica in a way.
You're gonna be a haole. That's what they call the white man there.
What?
Yeah.
How- yeah.
Isn't that right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I've only been to Hawaii one time.
Dude, I might never step foot in a club again. That's depressing.
Why do you think that's?
I don't want
nightclub?
to, but like a lot of hypotheticals, like you're at the club. I might never be in a club again.
No chance. I don't think I've ever been in a club.
You probably haven't.
Never been in a club.
What spurred that thought?
I was just thinking of life. Like whenever you
Did
think
OJ
of,
dying make you think of this?
Whenever you think of fun, like you think of the club. The club is often used in like situational like like you go to the club. Someone's grinding on you on the club. You're popping, like that's where you pop bottle. Like I might never be in a club again.
Damn, man. Yeah. You think you'll ever be in a club again?
I
Frank?
hope that I'm never in a club again.
Yeah, that'll be
It's
bad.
loud and claustrophobic, and
Expensive, and you're never dressed right.
I'm not sure what would.
Yeah, I
Get me
agree.
there.
But the thought of never being in a club again is sad.
Why don't you just do a different type of club?
I don't want to.
But I'm saying like the club becomes a golf club or a country club or a place, a Dungeons and Dragons club, whatever. That's your club now.
No.
A weightlifting, weed smoking, reward based system club
Yeah, let's look into
where
that.
everyone
Not bad.
knows very, very specific facts about each other's hometowns.
That's a dream, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do more VR.
There we go.
I can't do anything new without making it my thing.
Yet,
Isn't that a problem? Like,
yet I don't.
I
see
get
you-
into VR and now it's like, oh, VR is my thing. That's Kyle's thing.
Yes, but I don't see you demanding credit for those things.
I kind of do though. Without,
you?
Without speaking it, yeah.
But if you don't speak it, then it's
Whenever I get a new interest, it's not like, oh, this is the thing I'm interested in. This is my thing. So any conversation about that interest, that thing, it's relates to me.
you feel possessive of it.
Right.
You
So
do.
if you were to hear someone
Like
out
every
there,
fad I've had is it becomes my thing. When anyone else talks about it, I have to be involved.
if you heard Eddie out there right now talking about VR headsets,
Yeah, that's KB's bit. That's
you would
KB's
need to go out and be like, you know that
you
I
jack that from me. You jack my swag.
was
Yeah.
there first.
In my head, like that's my thing now.
If someone out there right now was like, I don't think I'm going to go to clubs anymore.
But that, I just Well, that
So
did
do you
just say
think
that.
that way because you feel like you like it better? You like it better than they
Every
like
time
it?
I get a new interest, I have to be the face of it.
But
Yeah. And I like
Meet the new face of VR.
oh, you're the face
I
of
like
VR.
lay in my bed and think about how like I'm the VR guy now. Like how can I represent VR? And like everyone else is gonna be like,
What
just
can you do to raise
below?
awareness?
Yeah, every other VR user is just gonna be like below me on the caste system.
I like the idea of like you being in an advertisement for VR as like
The new face. Like, you're the
of VR.
mascot of VR.
Yes.
Like you look like the guys. Like this could be you.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna like talk about VR all the time, and now like everyone's gonna like in my head I'm gonna be the VR guy. I live in a fantasy world.
Doing
I
a TED-
know, like
doing a
honestly,
TED
you have
Talk.
I feign humility very well, but like I'm so power hungry. Every new interest I get, every fad I'm in, I'm like this.
Do you have to be the
I'm
best
guy.
at it, or
Like,
you just
I'm
want
the-
it handed
No,
to
like
you?
I'm not the best. Like I'm like the CEO. I'm the god of this. I'm the god of this realm of life. So anyone else who steps into like, maybe it's just working out, maybe it's smoking weed and eating a lot. When I did that for the first time, like I became the face of that in my head. Like I'm the guy who gets high and eats an exorbitant amount of junk food. Like that's my thing now.
And do you don't see yourself as number one. You're just
I'm like the guy, yeah, because I live in this bubble where, in my world,
but your bubble is
guy.
just you.
Right. Like I have. Oh man, I think
It's funny to trace one's life based on the fads that you jump from one to the next. I've done this exercise. You can look at it. So in my life, the things that I have been guided by obsessively. So as a child, I was obsessed with, Power Rangers. And then it moved to Star Wars action figures. And every penny I found, I wanted to save money to buy more action figures. And then from there, it jumped to the NBA. And then I had a brief stint with automobiles. And I would get Car and Driver magazine as like a 7th grader. After that,
DuPont Registry.
Yeah, DuPont Registry. Bingo.
Right, yeah.
And my friends and I would sit in cars and like point out cars and oh look, there's a like Lincoln Navigator. After that, after
Damn,
that,
there goes Francis again. He's
in Maine, you didn't get to see Lambos and fucking Ferraris. We just found nice SUVs, and so then after that, you go to in high school. What did I get into? Probably a little more NBA there, sort of swinging back and forth. I definitely had. I had a period where I was into girls.
You're heterosexual.
I went through like a girl phase and then got over that.
Like girl crazy?
God, just like thinking about them a lot.
Yeah.
Liking them.
You might be describing puberty.
I liked them a lot. I like wanted them.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Like I desired
I don't know
them.
about the way you said that.
I just desired
When you say
them.
wanted, that's when it's a
you
problem.
seem like a collector.
You can be like,
No.
I wanted that girl. That's normal. But when you say I wanted her,
Yeah, I wanted them, but
Yeah,
I didn't know how to, earn it. I didn't know how to earn her, or possess her.
So you had to take.
I had to look from afar. I had to window shop.
Yeah, that's right. Just browsing.
And luckily, there were plenty of branches
Peeping Tom is the funniest crime.
placed within a decent eye line of their pantry, or their pots and pans.
Peeping Tom would be a worse crime if it had a less funny name.
It's so funny.
such a
He's a
so
peeping
silly
Tom.
little name.
Yeah. And just that it's always like they're always climbing trees.
Yep.
What a mischievous.
And they only get caught when the girl looks and they fall out.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's funny to think of like you wouldn't apply Peeping Tom to a guy in a high-rise apartment with a high-end telescope looking through the window.
Yeah.
The dude jerking off in a tree.
So you do that, Rudy? But that's not Peeping Tom.
Word
That's
for
like
word.
Peeping Sebastian or
but
something.
I think you almost have to be childish in nature to peep.
Like that's a different name. It's
That's a
not
gazing
Tom.
Sebastian.
Yeah, that's like a astronomical invasive.
An ogling Oliver.
Yeah.
But a peeping Tom is a guy that's wearing a striped shirt, messy hair up in a tree.
He's got fudge on his face.
And they just
He does got
and like fudge at
and
the corners of his lips.
He's genuinely dangerously perverted, but they're just like, oh, don't mind him.
I think, like a peeping Tom will.
Yeah, he's talking to her.
No one's actually worried.
No, don't mind him.
Yeah, he's
As
just,
he eats Uncrustables. He's just,
They use ladders.
Yeah, always. And then it falls and they're stuck up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. Look at him look. Yeah, they have no technology to look. They just put their hand over their eyebrow. Huh.
It's so non-threatening somehow.
That's why they named it Peeping Tom.
It's not stalker. It's peeper.
Yeah, just peeping.
Don't mind me, just peeping.
Yeah.
That's a weeping willow. That's a good tree to peep from. Relaxed tree. Oh my God. Anything else, guys?
It's just Nigel Tunacliffe. That's all I had left.
What?
My girlfriend was on a call, like a work call, and the dude's name on displayed was sorry to this guy. His name was Nigel Tunacliffe, and I'm like, you're on a work call with Nigel Tunacliffe. A buffet of apologies to him, but I just couldn't get past that name.
Did you walk past your girlfriend's
I was like, I got done with a hard day of work on the golf course, and I see that this is what you're doing for work, talking to Nigel Tuna.
When you walk past her screen, did you like stop in your tracks?
It was like displayed proudly, like Nigel Tuna.
CEO.
Yeah.
Is that a Mazda?
It's a Mazda.
It's the funniest name in the world.
Nigel Tunacliffe.
Like Nigel isolated is like, that's kind of a ridiculous. You can't.
Did you like stop while she was in the meeting? And, like
Nigel Tunacliffe? Oh my God. Oh, I just logged 10 hours at work and you're talking to yeah. That's all I had.
Yeah, that's all.
I had Nigel Tunacliffe, and now I'm thinking of, did you end up doing well in golf?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah,
I'm in
like
third
second,
right
third.
now.
You're still in it.
I had a good round yesterday.
I was one of the worst. Me and Moog.
Yeah.
I narrowed it down to I can't do any standstill sport or activity.
Yeah.
I need to move.
Yeah.
It was a lot of waiting.
I
It was a
get
long day.
shaky. I can't stand still.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stay still.
I hear you on that.
It's time to do it for 6 more hours.
Boy, this was fun, guys.
Yeah, I know.
I enjoyed this.
I liked it a lot.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Francis.
I like you.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
You're in Detroit this weekend?
Yes, well said, Mook. I will be at
That was well said at all.
Mark Ridley.
That was such a condescending compliment.
Yeah, what was that?
Move.
Mook, you're on
Oh my
fire.
God.
I meant like good reminder.
Oh, don't let him cook.
Oh, wow.
I meant well added,
so well spoken.
good reminder. I wouldn't have remembered to say that, so I was pleased that you had done
I
that.
got you, dude.
I meant Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. Swear to God, in Royal Oak, Michigan, near Detroit, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then I will be at the Columbus Funny Bone on Sunday, and then Detroit 2 weekends after that.
Enjoy
Yeah.
Columbus.
There he is. Hope to see you guys there.
Hell
Enjoy.
yeah.
Thanks.
People have been saying the best of words about you. It's been making me
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm having fun.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. God bless.